When somebody first walks in the door, so they've just seen the shed, they're like, oh, so is this a gym? Like, what do you do here? Is it classes? I'll kind of give them a spiel on what we do. In technical terms, like the overarching goal of CrossFit is to increase your work capacity across broad time and modal domains. And again, in technical terms, we do that through constantly varied high intensity functional movement. So what all that means essentially is showing you the shit that your body was designed to do so that you can feel the way your body is designed to feel. So I would say it's a combination of weightlifting, gymnastics, running, rowing, climbing ropes, you know, just shit your body was built to do. So functional movements, things that are going to help you get through the day. What we do here is extremely hard work. Like, it's easy to go to the gym and I can just work out for an hour, because I can sort of cruise around, do my thing, I can keep it pretty low intensity. Whereas if you come in here and I ask you to work your ass off for 7 minutes and you just be floored, like that kind of thing. When I talk about functional movement, we're talking about stuff that your body's designed to do. So lifting something up off the floor and putting it on a shelf, that would be something that's functional. Locking yourself into a machine and doing the movement that the machine dictates, like, that's not functional. Like, you're not going to find that in everyday life. But in everyday life, you have to pick your kids up, you know, grocery shopping, gardening, anything. The kind of movements we do in here, they're the kind of movements that tell your body, okay, it's time to create some change. So the journey that we'll go on with Dan, Bel and Annalese will be the same journey that anybody walking into the box would go on. We would introduce the coaches, find out what's motivating them to make these changes in their life. So why do they want to do it? You know, why do they want to do this versus going to a normal gym? What's their background as far as fitness goes? So are they currently exercising? Are they carrying any injuries? Have they played sports before? You know, just as much information as we can get out of them, just so that when times get tough, we can talk to them about what they said to us initially. So finding out why somebody wants to do something, and then when they're in the middle of a workout and they want to give up, just reminding them of that fact.
My day starts around 5:30. We get the kids all organised for creche, help Annalese, who's 14, get organised for school. And once the boys are at the creche, I'm straight back home. Maybe I stop at the supermarket on the way home to start my meals. And then I put my skates on and the housework. I go until around 11:45 until I go and pick the boys up.
My day starts anywhere from 3:45 to 4:45 in the morning. That's when my alarm generally goes off, which gives me about 15 minutes to sneak around the house while I get dressed, get car keys, wallet, phone, get in the car and go to work. It's about a 1 hour and 45 minute drive for me to get to work at the moment, as I work in Bundoora in Melbourne.
On a school day, I wake up at 7. I go to the kitchen, have some toast or whatever's there to eat. I go back to my room. I normally do my makeup first because that's what I worry about in the morning. And then I do my hair as well. I get dressed. And normally I'm late to go to the bus because I worried about doing my makeup and hair.
Annalese, she is always walking around the house saying, "There's no food in here. Where's the food?" As she's walking around eating biscuits, devouring down popcorn, licorice, but there's no food. So she basically walks around doing that teenager thing with her moods up and down, and I do believe that that's due to her eating habits. She's not getting enough protein. She's living off sugar, but can I blame her? No, because guess who she follows? Mum. Okay, so the usual meal in the D household is always chicken for dinner. This is dinner meals. Rice, steak. It's always veggies. Occasionally we have salad. Then there'll be the nights that maybe I've had a bad morning. I didn't get the meals cooked when the boys were at creche. Got sidetracked. Maybe sending emails, catching up on bills, chatting to the neighbours. So Daniel's on his way home and it's 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten properly all day. So it's at that point of too tired to cook, too cranky to cook. Everyone's ratty. Daniel, get some takeaway on the way home. So we have the takeaway. The whole time we're sitting there eating the takeaway, we're all saying, "Not doing this again. We're not doing this again. No more." But sure enough, 2 or 3 nights later, there we are again. So it's a vicious circle and it's got to stop.
The changes I'd like to see in the next few weeks is having more energy and being able to be happy and being able to come out of my bedroom happy and I don't know, just being happy.
The way I teach nutrition would be the way any teacher would teach anything, in that it's about behaviour change. So most people know the good and the bad of nutrition, maybe not so much the finer points, but for the most part, it's about behaviour change. So most of the nutrition course goes through how to create that behaviour change and things you can put in place to just make life a little bit easier. So we start at the kitchen makeover and then we end at eating patterns and protein. Everybody we put through the course, we're just guiding them through behaviour change. Because, and again, like any other subject, you haven't really learned it until you've actually put it into practice. And then once you put it into practice, you can really create some change. Dan, Bell and Annalese's nutrition would be no different from 90% of people who walk through the door here. And the reason I know that is because when I say, "Hey, how's your nutrition?" they go, "Yeah, it's not too bad." Generally, when we start to break that down, that means it's pretty shit. And all that is for the most part, a lot of clever marketing and just misinformation. And that's where we sort of have intervened with these guys as far as the nutrition course goes, and just started out with simple things and just working in our behaviour change based on methods that they can use for a lifetime. The on-ramp's basically just your intro. It goes for 4 one-hour sessions. Starts out with the basics. So the air squat is it's the focus of day one. We'll mix a whole bunch of other stuff in there. So they'll come in, we'll warm up, we'll make the air squat the skill work, and then from there we'll move into the front squat, the back squat, the overhead squat, all just with using a PVC pipe or a broomstick. Once they've mastered that, we'll move into a few other skill things that are going to be in the workout, and then we'll throw them into their workout. So before they go into the workout and throughout the whole course of the on-ramp, we'll just be constantly reminding them that while the clock is running so we can get a time, the biggest thing we're after is consistency in good mechanics. So move well and move well every time. So even throughout the workout, we'll be reminding them, don't sacrifice your technique for a bit of speed. And yeah, we'll follow that throughout the whole course of the on-ramp, just building, it'll progressively get more technical. So starting out with something like the air squat and then finishing with something like the clean and the jerk. And then once they've done their 4 hours of the on-ramp, they'll move into classes.
Thank you.